Hey guys, I was asked to do a quick tutorial video about the program Screencastify for video that we talked about over the summer in Canvas training. So if you need a refresher or you weren't there for that, this video is for you. I'm going to give a general overview of the program. Feel free to pause and rewind as we go, get what you need and ditch the rest. I'm going to take you through installation, how to use it, and what it looks like on the backside. So let's get into this. Okay, here we go. So this program is called Screencastify. You can Google this. It's an extension for Chrome, which means it lives within Chrome. It's going to be something that will follow you to your multiple devices, so that's great. It also uses your lhwolves.net Chrome account so that a lot of these things are going to be tied together, and I'll show you that as we go. Now, mine says already installed. You will get an option here to add to Chrome, and when you click on that, just follow that through, and it adds this extension to Chrome. And where that lives is right here in the top corner. You can see I'm kind of pointing it out. You have a little playhead with a camera. That's the Screencastify logo. If you don't see that, then you want to do this puzzle piece. Those are your extensions, and that's where you can find it, okay? But the Screencastify extension, the very first time you click on it, you're going to have some options for allowing use with your microphone, allowing use with your camera. You had to do that the first time you did a Google Meet, so that's not unusual, okay? That's not something that's new. You have several different options here. You can record your whole desktop. You can record just your webcam, so treat it like a video recording, just like what's happening over here. Or you can do both at the same time, and that's called embedding your webcam. Embedding your webcam just means that you're going to get a pop-up window with your video going while you're doing it, and I'll show you that in a minute. Something I want to point out is this microphone and sound meter that you get. Some people skip right over the sound meters because they think it's not really important. It's actually one of the most important things about it. The number one reason people will turn off a video is because of sound. So the little color code, a lot of people compare it to a stoplight, which is kind of right. Green is okay to live in, but sometimes green means it's not actually picking up a lot yet, and you want a clear, robust sound. So yellow is actually the best color to see. You got plenty of room to turn it up, plenty of room to turn it down. You get that robust, good quality sound. Red is stop. That's called clipping, peaking. You don't want to live there. That's a terrible sound for your listeners. So pay attention to that on the front end. Proximity is very important to your microphone. The closer you can get within reason, the better audio you're going to get. You don't want to be right up on your microphone yelling in it, but you want to certainly be within just a couple feet, a comfortable distance of that. Okay, this is what it's going to look like when you get ready to record. You hit your record button, and this embedded webcam option is what brings up this bottom feed down here where you can see me talking. Now, I can actually move this around to different corners of the screen to help my viewers and get out of the way of whatever I'm trying to do. You want to record either your whole screen, or you can choose to do an application window. I've got a lot of different applications running. If I only wanted to show one of those, I could. I'm gonna record my whole screen because it's what I practice doing. It's kind of the easiest thing to do. And there's a vocabulary thing that I don't really like about this program. They call it sharing your screen. You're not really sharing it with anybody. You're sharing it with the recording feature. Okay, so what that share button really means is record. You're gonna start your recording. You get a little countdown, 3, 2, 1, and now we're recording. Okay, so the part of the video you're seeing right here is actually the Screencastify recording. I've switched over to that so you can see what your students would see. Okay, I have the capability to move my camera around. I have some on-screen annotation tools that are really helpful. One of them is called a focus mouse, which is great. You can draw their attention to exactly what you want them to see. You have a highlight clicks button, which is basically saying I'm going to show them every time I click somewhere. Every time I click, they're seeing this red circle pop up on my screen. You have some annotation tools. Guys, anytime you're coloring on a screen with a mouse, it's not going to be that great. It's really hard to get clean shapes. You certainly don't want to try writing with a mouse. It's never going to work great, but know that you can do some basic showing of students, and you have an eraser. Now, you can either erase the old school paint way, which takes a lot of time and no one wants to watch, or there is a white screen. So we can get rid of all of that at once. So I can work on this. There's a pause button, which is great for recordings. Now, I'm not going to press it because it would stop what you're seeing. But imagine, if you will, little Johnny has a question on the front row. I don't really want to go deal with little Johnny on my recording to put out to my students. So I can pause that recording, go deal with Johnny, come back to my recording. So that's a great feature. It doesn't stop and end your recording. It just pauses it and you can come back. Now, when I'm done, there's a couple of different ways to stop this. I can certainly stop sharing. Remember, that means recording. I can stop right there, or in the top corner of my screen, on my Screencastify button, it shows me my options here, okay? And it will, I can pause from there and I can stop from there. I can also delete it right away because sometimes we know this take just isn't good. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop, and then what we'll see is the back end of this process. Okay, so here we are on the back side of this program. Now, I did not open this tab. As soon as you stop your recording, this tab is gonna automatically open up. That's one of the great features. It's less work for me. It's showing me my video. This is the recording I just made that you guys just watched. I can listen to myself. I don't recommend it because we know we hate the sound of our own voice. I can trim the ends, okay? So I can, if I had some stuff at the beginning or the end that I don't want, I can take that out. I should probably rename this video. If you guys end up with 200 videos and they're all called Untitled with the date and time, you're not gonna know which one is which. So I'm gonna call this Screencastify Demo Video. And maybe I do wanna put the date on it. Maybe I don't. That's up to you, okay? What I love about this program is after you're done, the work is already done for you. Now, the very first time you probably have to tie in your Google Drive, but right here, in the top right corner, I have copy shareable link. Every video in Screencastify automatically saves to your Google Drive. It sets that up for you, okay? And it also sets the sharing settings so that you don't ever have to go in and make a video public, but with the link, and you don't have to deal with all that. It does it for you. You click this button that says copy shareable link, it's copied, and then you go put it wherever you want to put it. Now, where I'm thinking of using this would be Canvas. So I could go to my Canvas. Right now, I'm just going to use my sandbox so I don't mess anything up. But I could certainly create an assignment. Right in my text editor in Canvas, I can just paste. You can right-click and paste, or you can Control-V, whatever your system happens to be. And that's how my kids can access that video. Okay? So it's as simple as soon as your video is done, you copy the link, you put it where it needs to go, and your kids have access to that, okay? So this system takes a lot of the legwork out for the teacher. So here's the overview. You install the program, you hit record, and then afterwards you copy and paste a link into your Canvas. It's that simple. Now, it takes some practice getting used to it. I don't recommend waiting until we go home to try this out if you think you're gonna use it. The best thing you can do is get in there and play with it, make some recordings, make some mistakes, and figure it out along the way. If you have questions, email me, ask me, we'll figure it out together. I hope this helped, and good luck as we move forward with the school year. Thanks.